Hi, welcome to In the Workshop. I'm David. Just a while ago I made a frame for outside for the workbench for a log lift, and the frame just fixes in and then I fit a electric hoist to it. Well, just outside the workshop, the other end is where the logs are. We're just figuring it out so my hoist can lift the logs out of where they are at the minute. So join me in a second. So just before I get on with this, I'll just show you an important update on the Parkside Plasma Cutter. So it cuts loads better if you take this spacer off, the wire spacer, and get this nozzle right down to the material and just have it tipped back a little bit. I'll show you how it cuts this 3mm thick stuff without the guard. So that cut was done at 24 amps with just over 2.5 bar of pressure, and look, it's left a lovely cut. So instead of that, I'm getting it right down on the metal. It means that we're going to get through more tips and electrodes, but I think it's worth it for the type of cut. So these are the logs I want to be able to lift out. There's some big lumps in there. So yeah, them logs are for drying, and this is just for keeping offcuts of wood for burning on my stove in the workshop. So here's the frame that I made that the hoist goes on. So I've already made up this piece. This is just some timber across that way and then some bits in between, and that's leaving a space in there of about 48mm or so. That's big enough to get the post in and leave a bit of room for movement in and out. So that's got plenty of screws in it, loads of glue and screws, and I want to be able to get that fitted in there somewhere. It's a bit breezy today, so you might hear a bit of noise on the microphone, a bit of the wind. So this is what I've done up to here. I've got two bearers going fitted to this. So this crate is one of them slab crates. It's made of hardwood, so it's really tough. So I've got them fitted to there with loads of screws in there and down the bottom and going across. Then I've fixed my piece onto here just at the minute with one screw. I'm going to square all that up, make sure it's plumb, and then put loads of screws in there, loads of screws down the bottom and the other sides. I decided to fix to here and tie it to this other wood store on that side to help it get a bit more rigid. Right, so I'm going to call it a night. I think it's nearly 8 o'clock, and then I'll do some more tomorrow night. Okay, it's the next evening, so we're back on it. Right, that's all the logs I need to get out at the minute, because all I'm doing is I've put that up right there. I've just need one in the corner here and the other 2 corners, so just move logs out the way so I can get to the corners. 4 uprights, these will be chopped down a bit. I'll have a higher end at this end and a roof sloping off to this side, and then hoping to get it so I can lift it up, so the roof can lift up to be able to use the hoist to get the logs out. That's the plan. You might have noticed that I've already put a little bit more bracing on here. There's not going to be a lot of weight on this roof. Really, the roof will just be holding itself. The only time there'll be any weight is if there was any snow on top of it. But I'd just brush it off anyway if there was a lot settling on there. This log store is only, as you can tell, is rough and ready. It's just got to serve the purpose of just keeping the rain off these few logs. If you want to see a really good posh log store, I'll put a link below, and that's to Frank's little workshop. He's made a posh log store. Right, I've got the 4 uprights in now, so they're all sorted, but what I will need to do is chop them off, so I don't need them anywhere near that long. So I'll be chopping them further down and then going across to there, so it slopes that way. But I'll do that tomorrow. Out of interest, while I'm packing away, I just got these scales from out my workshop. I'm just wondering how much these weigh. Like, I'm just going to try and weigh this log, because like I said, this, when I put these here, I did my backing and it was done in for ages. So I'm going to try and get it on top of here and see how much it weighs. So there we go, we've got it up onto there. Let's have a look. Let me put this the right way around so you can see. There, so it was just over 7 stone. So that's probably why I did my back in when I was trying to lob that over there. So if 7 and a bit stone, it's just over £100, so around £100. Not a lot when you're young, but when you're getting on a bit like me, £100, humping it up there, it's can be painful when something gives in. Right, we're back at it today. It's really sunny and hot. So I need to sort out and cut the angles at the top of here so that piece of roofing slopes. Don't need to go too high up here. what I'm doing here is just nailing these in place and then coming back and drilling and screwing them later. So this is just to hold it, to make it a bit easier. Just knock these corners off with a plane. Before I go any further, I'm going to get some spray on it just while I can get to it. So I bought this a while ago, this Wagner sprayer. I'm going to use this and this Ronseal one coat. So it says that brush on or spray on. So this is one coat fence life. It's dark oak. I wouldn't pick dark oak, but I was given this free, and it was this is a brand new tub of it. Well, it says that I don't need to dilute it, so that's great. So let's see how it does. Wow, I'm amazed at how easy this made that job. So this was well worth the money. I think I spent 70 something pounds on this from B&Q, but this did it with ease and really quick. So that's going to make doing the fence and the gates a dream when I get around to doing them. So this one is the 460 watt model. I don't know if they're all that wattage, but I do know that this was, I got this was the second one up. So this was the, what was it, 1400 millilitres was it? So it's got a bigger tank. So I don't know if the actual motor's bigger. But yeah, that's great. We've got the good old Parkside nibbler. That'll make easy work of this bit of reclaimed roofing. So we're chopping the length off now to mark a line, and with these you lubricate the line, the cut, so that it keeps it nice and lubricated on the cutter. Right, so here's where we're at. so there's the roofing piece I've just cut. Just sat on here. Now it's quite rigid that way in lengthways because of all the corrugated parts. All the corrugations are making it a bit more rigid. So I think it'll be okay this way because it's not that big a span, and I need this open for being able to lift the logs out. So what I'm going to do is just fit some bearers across sideways to stop it being flimsy that way. And then we need to sort out hinging at this end so it can be lifted up. So I used the offcut that I ripped off the roof and put it on the side for an edging. And now that's hinged at that side. So we'll get that roof flipped up and we'll get all these logs put in. Right, got all that in. So all I do now is I've got a bracket up there that I just put a screw in, and that stops that roof lifting up at that end if there's any wind. It's better than what I had, which was just a few banners going over the top trying to keep the rain off. So that's lovely. Right, that's it for this video. So if you liked it, give us a thumbs up, and if you didn't, don't. And if you hadn't already subscribed, it'd be great to have you follow along. So I'll see you next time in the workshop. Take care.